Have you ever wondered, why don't we tame tigers, lions, or leopards and train them to help us pick up around the house? Or tame elephants so they can carry goods instead of horses? Now, don't get too excited about this prospect because we haven't tamed elephants yet. But why is that? Let's find out in our Wildpedia. Anyone that's seen an animal magic show at the circus, which by the way, I don't support, has probably seen a tiger sitting on stage, staring calmly at the crowd. How did they manage to tame that beast, we ask ourselves? Well, if you remember what happened in 2003 to Roy Horn of Siegfried and Roy when he was attacked by a white tiger named Manticore, you know the answer. They actually didn't tame the tigers at all. For an animal to be a good candidate for domestication, it should have the following 6 qualities: a flexible diet, a fast growth rate, an ability to breed in captivity, a pleasant disposition, a calm temperament, and a social hierarchy that humans can dominate. These qualities help ensure that the animals aren't dangerous to be around, that we control their breeding, that they won't run away, and that they'll respect humans as their bosses. 1. Tigers. Tigers are not only large, predatory, and highly aggressive animals, but they also don't come from a social hierarchy that makes them likely to recognize a human being as their master.
Who are you?
Many North Americans adopt these animals as cute, cuddly cubs with a mind to keeping them as pets. However, these poor people soon learn that tigers are anything but. Large cat sanctuaries are forced to remove a great number of these animals every year when they start to grow and their ferocious instincts start to take over. Even animals that are raised with humans and kept in adequate enclosures will rarely tolerate human contact after the age of 2, and sometimes attack handlers they've known for years. Tigers may look like your cat, but be careful, because they will grow up to be 2 or even 3 times bigger than you. 2. Wild boars. There's so much you can do with a wild boar. Their bristles are used in high-quality paintbrushes, and their meat is lean, delicious, and some of the most expensive in the world. So it would only make sense that people would want to domesticate these animals. Unfortunately, boars are incredibly ferocious for their size. In the wild, only the bravest of predators will take one of these animals on, and when they do, it might not end too well for them. A single boar has been known to kill a tiger in wild combat. While there are a few boar farms that have found the risks involved in keeping these animals worth the payoff, the boar's bad qualities combine to make them unsuitable for true domestication. 3. Elephants. We've all seen videos of friendly cohabitation between these gentle giants and humans. Elephants moving logs, carrying people around, and generally appearing perfectly tame. So why haven't we domesticated them already? There are 2 very good reasons. The first is the prolonged growth cycle of the elephant. The gestation of an elephant calf is 22 months. A female elephant isn't ready to breed until she's 13 years old, and when she does breed, she only produces 1 calf at a time. This lengthy reproductive cycle means that it's very difficult for humans to intervene if they're trying to encourage a certain trait when breeding. This also means it's much more profitable and practical to just capture wild elephants and train them. The other reason that elephants haven't been domesticated is musth. Musth, which is the Hindi word for madness, is a phase that male elephants go through periodically. When in musth, the male bulls become aggressive and violent. Combined with their size, this period of madness makes elephants a danger to those trying to handle them. So, despite their normally friendly demeanor and their ready cooperation with handlers, elephants are decidedly unsuitable for domestication. 4. Sharks. It may come as a shock, but there have been many attempts to domesticate nature's perfect killing machine. Sharks are much sought after for their fins and their flesh, and since many wild shark populations are being fished to the point of extinction, farming them seemed like the ideal solution. People have had some success domesticating the smaller aquarium-sized animals, but the big ones, such as the leopard shark and the great white shark, still elude our grasp. Sharks lack almost all of the qualifications for domestication. They're nasty, they're large, and if they get a hint of blood in the water, they become ravenous. And not only do they not breed well in captivity, they rarely survive very long once caught. The record for keeping a great white shark in captivity is 198 days. All of these factors combined make sharks extremely untamable. 5. Killer whales. When an animal has the word killer in its name, you wonder why anyone would try to tame it. But the reason is that people love to watch these large beasts do tricks at places like SeaWorld. Don't let the number of killer whales you've seen in commercials fool you. Humans have had a very low success rate in our efforts to domesticate and train killer whales. Shamu, the first of the SeaWorld orcas, proved this when she attacked a trainer who was trying to ride her, resulting in her own early retirement. In addition to their massive size, nasty disposition, and significantly decreased life expectancy once in captivity, orcas almost never breed successfully when enclosed. Look at Jesse. Let's try to free Willy, but don't think about domestication anymore. These big guys definitely love being in the ocean much more. 6. Raccoons. Well, I don't think any raccoon can do that. Besides looking cute, which would make them great pets, raccoons would also make good working animals. However, we still haven't succeeded in domesticating them. Guys, I wish we could. Raccoons are extremely aggressive and destructive animals and do not like to be confined.
What?
All of this leads us to believe that they will be almost impossible to domesticate. 7. Foxes. There are some individual cases of foxes being successfully tamed, but no domestication was done on a larger level. This was not the case in the past when we did manage to domesticate foxes once, but they, unfortunately, died off. These foxes were called Fuegian dogs. All other modern attempts have failed so far. But if we can successfully tame foxes, I will definitely find myself a nine-tailed fox or a Nick Wilde to see if I can turn it into a pet. 8. Pandas. This guy is a celebrity. Pandas aren't known for the medicinal value of their bodies. They aren't cherished for their abilities to aid mankind. And as anyone who's watched the 24-hour streaming Panda Cam at the San Diego Zoo knows, they aren't even very interesting to watch. They are, however, very potent diplomatic tools. China sent a breeding pair of pandas to Taiwan in 2008 to heal wounds after some particularly tense exchanges between the two parties. With political sway like this, you'd think every enterprising entrepreneur would be setting up a panda farm. Too bad, pandas are some of the hardest animals to breed in captivity. There's actually a media sensation every time a panda cub is born. Pandas also require a huge habitat and lots of bamboo, which is the only food they eat. Also, if pandas are kept too closely together, they tend to pass along diseases very easily. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to check out more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.